Friends, I welcome you all for this session on differentiation. So in this session, we shall be learning about the differentiation by quotient rule. So let me show you what is the quotient rule. So friends, what is quotient rule? Let me show you. As per the quotient rule, if y is a function of x, which is the ratio of two functions, one is u of x and v of x. V of x is not equal to 0. Please remember, if y equal to f of x is the ratio of two functions u of x and v of x, which is u and v, then dy by dx, or which is also called as first derivative of x, is v derivative of u minus u derivative of v whole divided by v square. So, if you have a function y equal to f of x is a ratio of two functions u and v, then their derivative is given by denominator, that is v, derivative of numerator, minus numerator derivative of denominator whole divided by denominator square. This already we have done in previous session. So the quotient rule is this. Okay. So let me take some example based on quotient rule. So our first example is find derivatives of following functions with respect to x. So we have first function given as x square divided by sin x. We have to find the derivatives of x square divided by sin x. This is the example we want to take. So we have y as a ratio of x square and sin x. So if you look at here, the numerator, which is x square, is u for us, and denominator is sin x, which is v. So we have u divided by v. So we can apply quotient rule to get differentiation of this function. So let me write down. The procedure is very simple. Differentiating with respect to x. So we will apply same rule, that is v. V is the denominator, derivative of u. So derivatives of y with respect to x is, first we write v. So v is sin x, and derivatives of u, that is x square, minus, then we write u. You can see here u. So u is x square, and derivative of what you call v. V is sin x whole divided by denominator square, which is sin x the whole. So we can continue similarly. Now by this time you might have got the idea of various results of differentiation. So you must have gone through this table. So kindly remember, you have to memorize this table. So let me tell you how to find derivatives of x square. So if you want to find derivative of x square, I am going to use the result of again x raised to n. So derivative of x raised to n is, if you can see the table, it is nx n minus 1. You can write down. Sin x would be as it is. Now derivative of x square would be by x raised to n. It is 2 x raised to 2 minus 1 minus, now derivative of, here x square is as it is, so we will write as it is, no differentiation, and the derivative of sin x. So derivative of sin x, you have the table, the derivative of sin x is cos x, so you can use this as cos x whole divided by sin square x, because there is no derivative here, simply go to square sin, so it is sin square x. Now one more step we can write down, therefore derivative of y would be, this is going to be 2x raised to 1, so it is 2x only, so we will write 2x times sin x. We can simply change the order, it looks better, minus x square cos x whole divided by sin square x. So this is the derivatives of x square by sin x. We can take similarly some more examples. So we have, let's say, y equals e raised to x plus 1 divided by cos x minus sin x. Again, we have two functions, the quotient of two functions, right? So we'll follow the same method, that is the quotient rule. So we can do the similar procedure and we can find out the derivatives by quotient rule. So we have y equals e raised to x plus 1 cos x minus sin x. So if you look at this, this is going to be u and this is going to be v. Okay. And now we have y equals u by v. So what is going to be differentiation of the given function? So let me differentiate by using quotient rule. So differentiating with respect to x, we are going to follow same procedure, that is equals v derivative of u. So v is this cos x. Remember the formula, dy by dx is v derivatives of u minus u derivatives of v whole divided by v square. V is the denominator square, right? So we shall be continuing with the same rule. I have already written here again. So v is what? Cos x minus sin x, then derivatives of u, right, and then minus u, that is e raised to x plus 1, derivatives of v. So v is cos x and whole divided by v square. So v is again, okay. So now let's apply the differentiation. Here the cos x sin x, there is no differentiation, so we'll put it as it is, cos x minus sin x, and the derivative of e raised to x. So this derivative will go to e raised to x and derivative will go to 1. Okay. So if you see the derivative of e raised to x, we'll have by distributive property plus derivative of 1. Now 1 is constant, it is quite clear. Derivative of 1 is going to be 0 and the derivative of e raised to x, from table if you refer, it is going to be e raised to x only. Okay. So there is no problem. Minus here, this e raised to x is as it is, no differentiation to it, e raised to x plus 1, and here derivative is applicable for both. So we'll distribute derivatives for both. So d by dx cos x minus d by dx of sin x. Now in the denominator there is no change. We can simply write down whatever is given. We don't have to apply any differentiation in the denominator. So cos x minus sin x the whole square. Now let me obtain the differentiation. So it is dy by dx. You can bypass this step. You can directly go for the third step. This will be cos x minus sin x. Now derivative of e raised to x, you can refer table and you can see derivative of e raised to x is going to be e raised to x only. And derivative of 1 is a constant independent of x. There is no x term. So derivative of constant term is always 0 minus e raised to x plus 1. Derivative of, again we have cos x. So cos is going to be, if you look at the table, derivative of cos x is what? Minus sin x, right? So apply that. This is going to be minus sin x, then minus derivative of sin x. If you see the table, it is going to be the cos x. So let me write cos x here. Again, denominator is no change as it is. So cos x minus sin x. Now let me simplify this. So dy by dx. We only simplify to the extent it is useful. Unnecessarily we don't simplify anything. Okay, so it is simply e raised to x. So I can write down e raised to x outside the bracket here, cos x minus sin x. And here, if you see here, it is minus sin x, it is minus cos x. So if I take minus outside, the whole thing will become, the outside will get plus sign. So I can take minus outside, the entire inside terms become positive and outside will get positive. So if I do that, this outside will become plus and here they become plus plus, because minus into minus it is plus. So you can write down that. So it is plus, inside we have sin x plus cos x. Then in denominator we have cos x minus sin x the whole square. If you multiply this, this will become e raised to x cos x minus e raised to x sin x. Here you will have e raised to x into sin x plus e raised to x into cos x, and then if you multiply with 1, you will get sin x plus cos x. So like this you can. So if you look at here, you can cancel some terms, e raised to x sin x, e raised to x sin x, okay. And this e raised to x cos x, e raised to x cos x will become 2 times e raised to x cos x. That's all. There is no further simplification required. So you will get e raised to x cos x, e raised to x cos x as 2 e raised to x cos x, and then sin x plus cos x. So you can do one step simplification, otherwise you can stop here itself, there is no problem. Let me take one more example, the third example. You can solve as many as problem possible. So let me take y equals sin inverse of x plus x cube divided by 1 plus tan x. Okay, so this is also a quotient rule problem. So let me apply. Let's do solution. So we have y equals sin inverse of x plus x cube divided by 1 plus tan x. Now if you look at this, the whole numerator is u and the whole denominator is v. So we are going to use quotient rule, that is derivative of u over v. So same formula, same results, we are going to use the derivative, therefore differentiating with respect to x. So as you know that dy over dx, it is u derivative of v. So u is sin inverse of x, the whole numerator is u, and then derivatives of denominator, that is v, minus v derivative of u. So v is the denominator, you can see here. So 1 plus tan x and derivative of v derivative of u is sin inverse of x plus x cube. Now in denominator we will have 1 plus, that is v square, that is, and 1 plus tan x the whole square. So we have applied the formula of quotient rule. Okay. Now we have derivative of 1. So 1 is a constant, right? So derivative of 1 is going to be 0, because as per table the derivative of any term independent of x is 0. So derivative of constant is going to be 0. So in this particular case, this derivative of 1 is going to be 0. So I am doing it directly. So this whole term has no differentiation, so I will write as it is, sin inverse of x plus x cube. And now in this inside we have derivative of 1 and derivative of tan x. So derivative of 1 is going to be 0 because 1 is constant. And the derivative of tan x, you can refer the table if you don't remember v. So derivative of tan x is secant square x, right? So let me apply that. So derivative of tan x is going to be secant square x. Now here 1 plus tan x, this particular term has no differentiation, so we'll simply write down 1 plus tan x. Now here we have derivative of sine inverse of x and derivative of x cube. So derivative of sine inverse of x, if you see, we have a table, ready-made table available. So derivative of sine inverse of x is 1 over under root 1 minus x square. So it is going to be something like this, 1 under root of 1 minus x square. This is the derivative of sine inverse of x. The derivative of this particular term is 1 minus x square. And what about derivative of x cube? So x cube is similar to x raised to n, derivative of x raised to n, right, which is nx n minus 1. So I can use that result here. So plus, so n is what? N is 3 into x raised to 3 minus 1. Okay, the denominator part will be as it is because there is no differentiation to the denominator here. So 1 plus tan x the whole square as it is. Now the next step is only simplification. Differentiation we have done. So we have sine inverse of x plus x cube, and this is going to be secant square of x, because 0 we don't write. Then we have 1 plus tan x, and this is again, if you see, 1 minus x square, 1 divided by 1 minus x square plus 3x square. Okay, so if you see this whole thing, now if you multiply these two factors, there is no much we can get out of it. Okay, so it is not required to always expand this. Okay, so as far as differentiation is concerned, we can stop here. This is the differentiation of this particular function, that is sine inverse of x plus x cube over 1 plus tan x. Similarly, we can see some more examples. So we can take another example, that is y equals ax plus b divided by cx plus d. So let's try to find solution of this. So we shall do the same step, differentiating with respect to x. That is going to be dy by dx. Now as we already know, this is u, this is v, and then derivatives of u over v is v derivatives of u minus u derivatives of v whole divided by v square. Okay, so this is the rule you should remember. So again the same thing I am going to follow here, no much difference. So we will write v is the denominator part, that is cx plus d, derivative of u is the numerator part, that is ax plus b, then minus again u, v derivative of u, now u derivative of v, so u is as it is ax plus b, derivative of v is cx plus d. Kindly remember here that all the terms a, b, c, d, all this a, b, c, d are constant. Only variable is the x term. Okay, there is no other variable here. We have only one, y is a variable and other is x variable. Okay, we don't, all this a, b, c, d are all constants. Now v square in the denominator, that is cx. Anything other than x and y are constants. Okay, fine. So having understood this, now just to make a note here, so please note the derivative of x is 1 because x raised to 1, and if you apply this result x raised to n to x, you will get 1. Okay, so we have already covered this in previous session. So just remember, derivative of x is 1. Okay, so let me proceed. So this cx plus d, there is no differentiation, so it is as it is. Cx plus d, there is no differentiation, so it will remain as it is. Now we will distribute the derivatives inside. So a is constant, so we will have derivatives of x, plus b is constant, so I cannot, nothing else is remaining, so I'll have to apply derivative to constant b. So derivatives of constant b. There is no variable term here. Minus ax plus b, derivative of cx. So again, c is a constant. I'll apply derivatives to x. Now d is a single term, so we'll have to apply derivatives to d also. If it comes along with variable term, we can apply derivatives to variable term, but it is alone. There is no other term, so it is derivatives to d. And the denominator no change. Cx plus d, the whole square, would be as it is. This will be as it is now. If you see, there is no differentiation to it. Now a is a constant, as it is, no problem. Okay, and derivative is applied to x, so derivative of x is 1. Okay, so a into 1. Now b is a constant, so derivative of constant is 0, minus ax plus b. Now here also c is a constant, so it remains as it is, it's outside, and derivative of x would be 1, plus now derivative of d, d is a constant, so derivative of d is going to be 0, and then we will have denominator cx plus d, the whole square. You just need to simplify this. A into 1 is going to be a, c into 1 is going to be c, so a would come outside, cx plus d, minus c would come outside, ax plus b, whole divided by cx plus d, the whole square. You can simplify this if you want. So let me see how we can simplify. It is going to be ac times x, plus ad, minus ac times c, a times x. We will have c a times x, minus cb, whole divided by cx plus d, the whole square. This is dy by dx. So if you look at here, acx and plus acx and minus cx both are equal, get cancelled out. So the remaining would be, therefore derivatives would be ad minus cb, cx plus d, the whole square. Okay, so this is how we will get the result of this particular function. Let me take one more example. So we have, suppose 15x minus 3 sin x divided by 12 e raised to x plus 2 tan x. A very simple example again. We have to simply apply the same procedure. We have y equal to 15x minus 3 sin x, 12 e raised to x plus 2 tan x, and let's do the differentiation. Same rule as you all know. This is u, this is v, and then derivatives of u by v, which is v derivatives of u minus u derivatives of v whole divided by v square. So we are going to follow same quotient rule here again. Please practice as many examples possible. By practicing, you will be able to master the procedure. So now we will have dy over dx, which is differentiation of y with respect to x, as v. Here v is the denominator, that is 12 e raised to x plus 2 tan x, and then derivative of u is the numerator, then minus, again you have u is again 15, and then derivative of v. So the v square, denominator square, that is 12 e raised to x 2 tan x. So now we can apply the results. We know that here the derivatives would go to derivative only applicable for x and sin x because 15 is constant, and here derivative is only applicable to e raised to x and tan x. So we will apply subsequently and see what results we get. So it will be 12 e raised to x 2 tan x. Now 15 is constant as it is, times a derivative of x would come. So derivative of x, I have already told you, the derivative of x is 1. Okay, you will get times 1 minus 3 is a constant as it is. On derivative of sin x, table you can refer, derivative of sin x is cos x, so it is cos x. You need not to refer table like this, but those who are not comfortable with the expression for various functions, you can just keep on referring it. 15x minus 3 sin x as it is. It will take some time. By the time you remember the expressions. Here also derivative of 12 is constant times e raised to x. So derivative of e raised to x we will do. So e raised to x derivative is going to be same as e raised to x, and plus 2 derivative of tan x. If you look at here again, derivative of tan x is 6 square x. Okay. So one by one each term will get the differentiation. Now in denominator we don't have any differentiation term, so we will keep denominator as it is, 12 e raised to x and then 2 tan x the whole square. Okay. Now what is remaining is the simplification part. Need not to simplify too much because there is no benefit you are going to get out of that. So as simplified as you can do, just leave it 1 or 2 steps, that's all. So you can just do 2-step simplification here. I'll keep it as it is this. I can't do anything here. This is going to be 15 minus 3 cos x minus it is as it is 15x minus 3 sin x, and here there is no simplification required. 12 e raised to x plus 2 secant square x. Now if you open this bracket, that is only algebra. There is nothing differentiation to it, so need not to do a lot of algebra here. You can simply stop at this stage. Denominator of the whole square. This is what I believe is the final answer. Okay, you can keep on doing a lot of algebra later on, but that will not yield any benefit. So just you can stop here. So I hope you have understood quotient rule. So you can try some other examples, some more examples. You can refer any standard textbook you are following, and then if any question comes, please post me on the comments. I'll try to answer those questions. That's all for today. Thank you very much.